Now, a theme on this channel, especially for the past sort of 4 or 5 weeks, has been YouTuber merch. Specifically, shit YouTuber merch. But don't worry, today I'm not going to be slagging off any other YouTubers' merch. No, not even Ollie White's Stickman Christmas jumpers, believe it or not. The point of today's video is to show you guys a piece of YouTuber merchandise that I have been working on. And no, it's not JaackMaate's 13 Days of Christmas. That was very ironic. Still sold it for £6 a piece, but still. A few weeks ago now, I just happened to be chilling at my nan's on a Saturday night where, that sounds grim. We'll say Sunday. I happened to be chilling at my nan's on a Sunday when Lawrence from the True Geordie podcast popped up on my WhatsApp and gave me an idea for a piece of merch. And I thought it was such a good idea that I thought, yes, fuck it, I'm going to take that idea from Lawrence and do it on my channel. Not like I've done that before. I spent 8 hours photoshopping this one prop. I'm looking at it now. Jesus. Lawrence basically gave me the idea for a YouTuber monopoly. YouTube, the world of YouTube, it is a monopoly. The people at the top get more and more views, get richer and richer until they eventually can sign for Team 10, while the people at the bottom just sort of kicked aside, thrown on the scrap heap. You're demonetised. So without further ado, boys and girls, let me, JaackMaate, introduce to you the world's first ever YouTuber monopoly. Look at that. There we go. It's actually decent as well. It's not like my calendar. Today, I'm going to be talking through this board with you, and then at the end, you guys can get your hands on one. What? Legally, I can't mass produce these because I can't sell the images of 25 YouTubers that haven't given me their permission. Then why do I bother? Okay, so the first thing to mention about this board, some of the beady-eyed buggers amongst you may have noticed that it's going round the other way. I strongly believe that YouTube doesn't work the way society tells it should work, do you know what I mean? And the fact that Ricegum has got millions of followers just means that the whole system's corrupt. So I thought, we'll do it backwards. We'll do it back. That's bullshit. I just designed it the wrong way round. Okay, so anyone who knows Monopoly will know that the browns, the 2 browns, are the shittest ones you can get on a Monopoly board. So obviously the shittest YouTuber I could possibly think of was me, so I've put me on there. I'm just a... Look, there's so much detail in this. You don't even pay in Monopoly money for this game. Look at that. I've put the YouTube monetized logo. YouTube dollars you have to pay. The detail. Okay, so the 2 shitty brown ones, we've got me there for 60 and Ollie White, both on a level par when it comes to YouTube morals. Then we move on to a bunch of YouTubers that are slightly better. Emphasis on slightly, because they're still really, really shit. You got KSI there. What a character he is, eh? What a mug he is. KSI for 100 YouTube dollars. Then JMX. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? And then Morgs for a little bit more, because he's a kid still, do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping by the time he's our age, he'll learn to have stopped all the shit that he's currently doing. It's scummy, innit? That's like the scummy corner. Then we move on to the pinks. And I thought I would dedicate this section to the scummy Americans. The scummy Yanks. Can you still call them Yanks? That's probably offensive. So in the pink corner here, we've got Logan Paul. What a man. He's 140. Then we've got Ricegum and Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. Everyone on this board so far, scum. The oranges are probably the worst. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They are. They're utter cretins. We've got Ben Phillips, the guy that makes the fakest videos on the internet. I mean, even looking at his face just makes me want to destroy my own creation. Do you know? Why are you on there? Why are you on? This is the Facebook corner. So all these scummers are primarily from Facebook. Now, arguably the worst person on this entire board, we've got Jack Jones. Horrible man. Very, very horrible man. Racist, homophobic, classist. And for only 180 YouTube dollars, he can be yours. If you do buy Jack Jones in my game, because I can change the rules, because I created this, you can't actually put a hotel on Jack Jones. You can, however, put a concentration camp on there. Just fill it with just Jack Jones. Nobody else. Just put Jack Jones in there. Never see him again. That's fine. And then you've got Julia Steen. And if you're wondering, who the hell is Julia Steen? Good point. I've seen him do magic and shit, and he's annoying as and he's got my last name. So, that's a shame. So we're moving on to the second half of people, and they get a bit better in character and content as well. You'll see. I've put a lot of fucking effort into this. Like this video, please. 8 hours on Photoshop this took me. I got a migraine. I actually got I had to have an aspirin. The reds here are pretty good. They're pretty good characters. They're hard to hate in real life, and they're also hard to hate in the game. For just $220, you get Mr. Stephen Tries there, and I've used a picture of him in which presumably it's a sketch in which he smashed loads of cocaine. A sketch. And the two reds here are obviously the lovely True Geordie and Lawrence. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but Lawrence is actually the only person on this board that's free. He's free to buy when you get True Geordie, because let's face it, you'll never get Lawrence on his own, but it'll always come just behind True Geordie, sort of in the shadow of Geordie there. So buy True Geordie, get him free. In fact, you actually get the card and Lawrence is just sort of stuck to the back of it. It's like, oh, you have to try and peel Lawrence off, but he just clings on for dear hope, but that's fine. So now we're really getting around the board and we're onto the yellows now, which are the third highest colour you can get on the Monopoly board. We're getting into big money players right about now, and look, we've got Pro Gamer J, China Alpha Wolf, China Alpha Wolf. He's just the guy that joked about poverty, so a great guy. And then we've got sexy Connor Murphy there, just flexing his biceps, the fucking tool. These three, if you haven't already noticed, are people that I have reacted to on the JaackMaate channel. So they're kind of like JaackMaate in-jokes. And the reason I put them so high up on the board is because they single-handedly have made me a fair bit of revenue. So I thought I owed it to them. Now is time to move on to the home straight. So the dark greens down here in this little sneaky corner, we've got Ela and Ethan, both 300 apiece, because equal. I don't know what I'm saying. We've got iDubbbz, we've got Ian from iDubbbz. He's a little bit more expensive than these two, but obviously if you do want both of those, that's 6 honey. Do you know what I mean? And one don't really come without the other, so you need to cough up. They're not like Lawrence, you just get for free. Like they're both valued individually as humans. I keep going in at Lawrence, I'm sorry. I should be praising him, he gave me this idea. Fuck. And finally, anybody who's anybody knows that the dark blues on a Monopoly board are the best things you can buy. They're the most expensive, and if an opposition player lands on your dark blue while you've got a hotel, they're fucked. In the real game, the dark blues are Park Lane and Mayfair, and in this game, you've got the best the two YouTubers that are better than anyone else. Mr. Alfie Days for 400 and Zoella for 450. They're the dark blues. Zoella is obviously the most expensive thing you can buy on the board. Some say she's overpriced, and she's only 12 days, so I don't even know what that means. Milking it, milking it. A lot of people confuse free parking to be the space in which you land on and you win all the money that's been paid in the middle. That's not how you should play it, that's wrong. Read up on the fucking rules before you play Monopoly. Take it serious! Free parking is actually just a free, nice space to sit on in which all your worries and stresses, they just go away for a round. So I thought I'd replace free parking with Summer in the City, because that is a lovely event for lovely people. So if you land on Summer in the City, you just chill out for a round. You just chill out. With every high is a low. So on the other side of Summer in the City, uh-oh, what's this? We've only bloody gone and got Hello World. Now, of course, this is essentially the jail of the board. You will struggle if you go on there. You lose a lot of money and you gain very little. So Hello World is the space you really want to avoid. And a lot of the chance cards and community chests will send you straight there. So be careful, yeah? Look after yourself. And then, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. If you have, pat yourself on the back and let me know in the comments if you noticed this before I'm about to mention it. But just cast your eyes here, in the middle of the board, to the Monopoly man, and you will see it's Nick Crompton of all people. Look at that, little Nicky in there. Because I feel that since Nick Crompton moved to LA, he's kind of running YouTube. Do you know what I mean? He's at fault for he's behind Jake Paul. Now, if I put the board down, I want to finish on the last thing I've designed for this board, and that is, of course, the chance and community chest cards. Because I've taken it upon myself to write every single one, because I'm a sad, lonely cunt. I've written every single one, and I've included the way in which they affect the board. So we'll do it, shall we? I must have too much time on my hands, because look at this. Got my community chests here. I got them printed professionally, which is a shame, cost me a fair bit of money. So here we've got the community chest cards and the chance cards, and every single one does something different. I'm that sad. So let me take you through them. Bit of an easy gag to start with, because why not? It's what this channel's all about. People find out your book was ghostwritten. Go back 5 places and pay each player £50, which is a gag that is very overused here on the JaackMaate channel. Pay 100 YouTube dollars, and go straight to Hello World. And then in brackets, if you pass Ollie White, do not stop to take selfie with him, because obviously he's on a no selfie policy that day. That's a shame. You win a place on the KSI Joe Weller undercard. Collect $150 in fake money. Fun for Louie asks you to pay for his trip around the world. Pay $50, receive nothing. You are asked to do a 4-minute main stage performance at Hello World. Collect £5,000 and go straight to jail. So that card's obviously great because you could collect 5,000 YouTube dollars. This one is kind of the opposite to that card. You could lose $5,000. This is the card you don't want to get. It says, after your appearance on a nationwide reality TV show, the media find your old tweets. Lose £5,000. Oh, talking of cards you don't want to get, this is one of them. V1I asks you out on a date. Move away from your space as quickly as you can. V1I's on your tail, and that is not a thing you want on your tail or anywhere near you. I don't know what this one's about, but it says, Will N.E. calls you a snake in a video. Receive 500 nonce comments. I don't know what that is. JaackMaate calls you out in a video. Have no effect. Stay where you are. And then it says in brackets, he gets a lot out of it. Lawrence genuinely wrote that one. Oh, cheers, Lawrence. Oh, this is a nice one. Go straight to summer in the city. Collect £0, but your viewers really enjoy it. In brackets, do not pass Zoe and Alfie. Although, I don't think there's any risk of that happening. So there we go. They're the chance cards and the community chest. This, my friends, has been YouTube Monopoly. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely wasn't worth the 8 hours it took me to Photoshop that. I've realised that now. As much as I would love to sell prints of those Monopoly boards so you guys can play it yourself, weirdly, I'm not allowed to sell the image of 25 YouTubers that I've not been kind about. However, if you do want a bit of memorabilia to remember this fucking wank video, if you do want a bit of memorabilia, you can click the top link in the description and get your hands on one of these limited edition chance and community chest cards if you want. There's only a few of each. I think I've got about 40 of each, I'm not sure. I have actually filmed a secret video and I will write the hidden link to that video on the back of every one of those cards. So if you do go down and grab yourself a card, not only does it support the channel in a tiny but significant way, you will also get your eyes, not your hands, your eyes on a hidden JaackMaate video. So go down and get it before they all go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me one of them, big boys. Big boys. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been JaackMaate. This has been YouTube Monopoly, and this has been a waste of my time. That definitely wasn't worth the 8 hours, is it?